Hello everybody, this is Ken Faulkner. I've got another knife video for you. I'm back from a short little trip. Didn't post a couple times this weekend. Did post one that I videoed earlier on, but basically took a little break from the city. Went up to Spokane, Washington. Cold up there. A lot different than the LA area where I live. But yeah, getting away from the city, gosh, I think growing up in the city for so long, you really appreciate being away from so many people, so much traffic, and people just tend to be more relaxed and just nice, kind in general. Obviously there's nice people everywhere, but you get in the city, you can kind of feel it as you come back in. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it may be a nice place to visit. I'm not sure I would want to live in all that cold weather, but I'm sure you get used to it, just like anything. Anyway, we're into this knife that came while I was away. It's funny. There's a lot of knives that I've ordered. Might as well get this out while I'm talking, blabbing. I'll show you what it is. 475 M3, do you know? So it's a TS 475. It's my first one in the 400 series. Also, I am back in my old ways because I did already open this and check this out last night. We flew in and got home about 11 o'clock. Late for me. I'm kind of early to bed. But yeah, I was excited about this. Got unpacked up until like 12:30, something like that, and checking out this knife. And this morning checking out this knife. That's kind of my normal thing. It's fun to kind of get first impressions, but I kind of like to spend a little time at least with a knife before putting on a video for it. So there it is. Nice titanium carbon fiber with this kind of almost a frag type, not aggressive at all, but enough for some grip. Frag type carbon fiber. Looks really nice. Got it on both sides. Really nice. I'll get the blade out and then I'll talk some more. But anyway, yeah, this trip was just a 4-day away. I was ready to come back by the time it was time to come back. But and I had mentioned that that getting knives right now has been hard. I hear this from a lot of people. I mean, maybe I'm just attuned to it because I've been experiencing it. But I've heard a lot of people talking about how it's the mail system, and I think it has to do with the wacky weather going on, or like fires in LA or whatever. But this one did manage to make it through. I got this one through White Mountain Knives. This were my go-to for Tucson. I don't even know. Sorry, I got a little note here that I just wanted to mention that there was a knife that I had ordered, and it was one of those ones that just kind of sat there spinning in the pre-shipment mode. From Chicago Knife Works, and they were cool enough, and I wanted to kind of give them a shout out for it because I thought that was really cool. They were cool enough to actually contact me because they had been watching it, and they had contacted the Postal Service, and they said, "Oh, we don't know what's going to happen with this, so we're just going to refund your money." I didn't have to ask for it or anything. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it's my first time experiencing that. I've had times when I contact and get responses on things that are taking a long time, and they actually said that we're going to refund your money. We know you may actually get the knife, and if you do, I got this option, to be an honest person. If I get the knife, I'm able to just order it again and send them an email saying, "Hey, I ordered this because you've refunded me already for this knife that showed up." So anyway, I thought that was really cool. So I thought I'd kind of shout that out. So back to Tucson. White Mountain Knives, I recommend it. I mean, I've ordered from Tucson directly from their website, and that's one that does take a long time. Maybe not all the time, but the one time I did, it did take a while. Or even one that I got off of Amazon took a long time because it came from China. But White Mountain, has their stuff in stock, and they got a good selection of them. I got the trash truck outside. Sorry, guys. Uh, you can hear some background noise. But it is the city. I'm back in the city again. It's so quiet out, kind of away from everything. Anyway, they got a good selection of Tucsons, and the reason why I collect Tucsons is kind of embodied in this knife. They have such interesting designs. Sometimes I kind of get a little bored and kind of a little, I don't know, just wanting something different. And you can see there's a lot of design features in here. A lot of different jimping too. You got this jimping here. You got this jimping here, which goes a decent amount up the blade, and then you get that really aggressive jimping, and that definitely catches your thumb. This does too. This is definitely a good jimping, but this is that more overbuilt, I guess you could call it, jimping, that really big jimping, and you see on like a Chavez or something like that. So it's kind of odd to have them both on there, but I think that's cool. And then obviously, you can't ignore that grind on here. So we're hollow back here. What's those? The tracker. It's kind of reminds me of a tracker fixed blade. The finger choil up here definitely gives you a ton of room for sharpening. And then you got your what do you call that? The plunge right back here, a little further away than usual from the pivot. So it does reduce the blade length a little bit, but it's very cool. You get some belly up here, nice clip point. The clip looks great. I haven't put it in the pocket because I've just been wearing sweats since I got home. But it looks like it's got enough room in there. We'll see. It may be a little tight. Feels pretty stiff, so there could be some issues there. That's one thing I really can't comment on because I haven't tried that out yet. But it's definitely going to have retention, that's for sure. But I don't know how easy it'll go in and out. Sometimes these ones that seem like they won't are fine. Maybe I'll mention that in a future video. So anyway, this is my first one in the 400 series. You know that Tucson knives. Well, if you know Tucson, you know that Tucson knives always come with a number. I think some of them have kind of a name. I don't know if they're necessarily official names or something that people come up with, or the designer comes up. This, by the way, is a Wong design. Tucson really brings out a bunch of different designers. So you get a lot of different things. I have not a huge collection of Tucsons, but God, how many do I have right now? I have 8. So that's significant, really. I have a case, a storage case that is what I call my popular brand, meaning popular to me, meaning I have more of them than other brands. And 8's pretty significant on the number of, man, I gotta close that window. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. I usually leave the door open. I'm usually doing my videos at night during the week or the weekends, and you don't have the trash trucks coming in and out. They're beep, beep, all that craziness. And right now I got the cats kind of going in and out, so I've got the screen door open a little bit, the sliding door. Anyhow, let's get back into it. All these distractions. Sorry about that. So, yeah, Tucson, the numbering system. So I have them from 2 digits. I don't know if they have them with single digit numbers. My lowest one that I have is a TS 21, and And then I have a bunch of them in the 300 series. I got one 200 series, and now I have the 400 series. So I think, the numbers are going up as they come out. I've heard people say that the earlier ones were not as good, and came a point where they kind of upped their game, and I think their game is definitely up with this one. It's M390 steel. It's like a stone wash on the and a micro milling as well, which is really kind of a wild design. I don't know if it's going to come through on my phone camera, but there's like a cool, not, I don't even know how to describe that pattern. It's like almost kind of random. Don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's so very subtle. But anyway, it's very cool. And then there's obvious pattern on the carbon fiber. The inlays, you could feel the transition. They're not. It's definitely like a overlay almost kind of feel to it. But there's not a big gap jump between the two. But you can feel it. But it feels fine. I like the handle shape. I talk about the kind of more neutral handles, but I kind of like to kind of lock in. And this one feels really good in my hand. You always got that thing where it may not feel perfect in everybody's hand, but I really like it. Great up here with a thumb, and you can come up here. You're going to push into a cut. Thumb studs work great. Detent's maybe a little less snappy than I might want it to be, but it's also brand new, so it may break in over time. Definitely good detent. It's not going anywhere. That's a very cool look. I mean, here's another example of a Tucson. You can see I kind of turn to Tucson when I want something a little crazy. And again, it has that stone wash. So similar kind of feel to it, but different designer. So they get a lot of different designers going on here. They do have more just generic ones. Here's one that is a very nice one. This one is the 223, but this is more of that neutral handle kind of style, almost like a Strider-esque taper on the blade. But this is more just like your standard knife, so you can get that from Tucson. I tend to go most of mine for the crazier wild styles when I'm in that mood. Man, that has a real thunk to it. It's got some weight to it. It's got relief in there. Kind of see that. Pretty chunky. I guess we can get some measurements on it. Here we go. We're talking about 3 inches on the blade length. I mean, if you want to go this angle, it's getting 3 1/4. But if you want to just go straight parallel to the whole thing, it's closer to a 3. Overall, like this is going to be about 3 1/2. So that choil does make a difference. I think having that the plunge here gives you a little bit more meat here for your forward finger choil, and it definitely is a full forward finger choil. And when you're forward on it like this, you really get into those heavy, what I call that overbuilt kind of jump. And I like that kind of thing. Definitely sharp. Could kind of feel that corner there. Probably, yeah, got myself. Yeah. Very cool knife, very cool design. Lots of little artistic details to it, and I'm super happy. Another one for the collection, number 8 on the Tucson side. I know I'm going to keep collecting them. That's not going to be every day. I'm not going to have 100 Tucson knives, but over time, it'll definitely continue to grow when I get in the mood. It's kind of a mood knife for me. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this one. It's not going to be for everybody. 100%. I mean, almost any knife is not going to be for everybody. but this might be a bit much for a lot of people. But yeah, when I'm in that mood, it definitely scratches that itch, so to speak. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.